Hello, and welcome to another episode with Aptify with Christopher Hunter. Today, we're going to be customizing your profile's application and services list to make you more productive. Now, before we jump in, there's one piece of terminology I want to go over with you, and that's the word services. Services just means a top-level entity or virtual entity. Nothing different, nothing the same. It's just another word to refer to the entities. So, with that, let's jump in to Aptify and let's get started. So what are applications? An application is a grouping of conceptually related services under a single heading. For example, accounting. All the services around accounting and finance would be found under the accounting application. Now, applications also have security on them, meaning you can apply security to individual users or to user groups. As well, a service can be part of any number of applications. This allows you to group those applications in those conceptually related services. For example, persons. Persons is used throughout Aptify on almost everything. So you'll find persons all throughout many different applications. So as you can see on my screen here, I've got my folder list. I got a whole crap ton of applications, which is very common for me. But this gets confusing. You can end up forgetting, which one you use, where the service is you need. So let's clean this up. In Aptify Web, down at the bottom, you've got this Manage Applications button. Go ahead and give that guy a click. And then you're going to be prompted with the Manage Applications little prompt. Now it's got a nice little quick searchable thing at the top. You can select all, unselect all, and then just manually selects them. So we're going to keep this super simple, and I'm just going to remove everything and go customer management. Select it, give it OK. And bada boom, bada bing, we've only got one application. So that's how easy it is to add and remove applications from your profile. Now remember, I said your profile. That means this only affects you, no one else. So when you go into an application, you're going to be displayed the application's dashboard. More on dashboards in another video, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. But then you're just given all the list of all the services under this application. Now, as well, the services also have security on them as well. Remember I said a service is just an entity? Well, the security for the service is just the security settings on that entity. So if you don't have access to that entity, but you have access to the application, you can still add the application, but you will not see the service under that application. Now, to manage the services, it's exactly the same as the application. You've got this Manage Service button here, and then you're going to get the Manage Services pop-up. Same deal. You've got a filter box at the top here. You can select all, unselect all. We're in customer management, and I don't need a lot of this stuff, so I'm just going to do companies, persons, maybe tasks, and contact logs. System resets, and bada boom, bam, bang, we got a nice, clean customer management. Now, remember, again, this is your profiles, so this has only affected your profile, not everyone else's. Now, there's a lot more with the applications, and that's administering them, actually creating those applications and all that stuff. I'm going to go over that in another video, so make sure you hit that subscribe button so you know when that comes out. Now, I've just demoed all this in Aptify Web. What about the desktop application? There are a few differences between the desktop application and Aptify Web. Mostly, Aptify Web is a much more simplistic way of accessing it. And of course, like every technology company, they changed the name. So in Aptify Web, it's your applications list. In Aptify Desktop, it's your folder list. And the folder list is done in sort of the classic Windows tree view. So you get the little arrows on the side. You can expand down. To get to the application dashboard, you actually click on the application, which will expand down the services if you didn't have them exposed. And about the only real difference, other than it being the sort of tree view control, is on your services, you've also got the little arrow, and it'll just expand down all your views. Whereas Aptify Web, you just click on the service, and then you get the views service dashboard. That's really the big main differences between them two. The one other downfall in the desktop client is it does take a very long time to reload the folder list when you manage your applications. So in the desktop, to manage your applications, you go to the Aptify meatball in the top left-hand corner and select Applications. And now from here, instead of it just being a checkbox list, it's all your options on the left, drag them to the right idea. So you can double click, select, use the arrows, whatever you need. But you'll notice on this one, there's these two other columns, Show in Ribbon and Show in Toolbar. Now, I don't know how much the toolbar is used by anyone these days. It's very old legacy Aptify desktop thing. But the ribbon is loaded when you load Aptify. And that's this guy at the very top of Aptify up here where you see Home and Customer Management. And this is the classic Office, 2007 style ribbon that Aptify has. If you don't use it, this adds load time and can be a little bit annoying. So to get rid of that, you just come in here and you just uncheck Show in Ribbon. I also do the Show in Toolbar too. As well, say you've got many applications and you just want to get rid of them. Quick tip, select the topmost level one, hold Shift, select the bottommost level one, and then you have to be careful about this. You need to click inside the checkbox and it'll unselect all of them. Now, the Show in Toolbar is a little finicky. So to highlight it actually in the Show in Toolbar column. So click in there and then hold Shift again, select topmost one, and then again, directly click in, and you've got a quick, easy way to go. And just to show you, when I click OK here, Aptify is going to take its sweet time. There's a very good chance it's going to go into not responding. Longtime users or users of the client will recognize this not responding. Dun, 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 dun. The good old white screen. Dun, 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 dun. It does come back, I do promise. Everyone's probably sitting there on their keyboard going next, jump ahead, which is totally cool. But now you can see why, if you've got access to Aptify Web, manage your applications and services in Aptify Web. It is much quicker and simpler. There we are. We've got it back now. And then to manage services, you notice there's no Manage Service button. It's instead you click on the application, right click, and then you get the services. And just like in the web, it was the same utility as managing the application. It is for services as well. So that's it for customizing your profiles, applications, and services. Remember, do put some time into thinking about this, how you work every day? Which applications are you constantly using? It's great having access to everything, like you saw mine originally, but you do actually lose time because you sometimes have to actually think, where is it? Or if the service is in multiple ones, which one do I open? I remember some Aptify conferences ago, one of the best practices they were stating was end users should only have, or any user should only have 2 to 4 applications at a time. Now, because these applications you can create as many as you want, and the services can be added to any number of them. It does take initially an administrator to have access to the application's entity, but you can expose that to any number of applications. But your applications manager can create any number of them. So if you did have a request for one, just put it in, get that created. They're quite simple to create. So hope you guys enjoyed. I hope everyone's going to now go customize their profile, making themselves more productive. Remember to head over to Aptify Connects to continue the conversation, and we'll talk to you next time.